Greetings, friends. We are so glad that you have joined us this evening for another fabulous episode of Let's Talk Travel. And I'm really excited this evening because we're going to be talking about a very popular destination and one that we have never featured here on Let's Talk Travel previously. Iceland has really been moving up to the top of so many bucket lists these days. And tonight, our guest, direct from Iceland, is going to be providing information and insights on just why Iceland has become so popular. So we want to welcome this evening Johan, owner and founder of Reykjavik Outventures. We are so glad that you could join us this evening, Johan. How are things there in Iceland?
They're great. Summer season ahead, and finally we are getting not winter weather. So I always say that we only have two seasons in Iceland. It's winter and not winter. We never get a proper summer.
Okay.
And today is definitely not winter.
Most excellent, most excellent. You know, I lived for 12 years in Minnesota, and so we had a little bit of that kind of thing going on up there. And now I'm in Florida, so you see what happened there. Uh,
Exactly.
Johan, I wonder if you could just start off. We always like to let our viewers get acquainted a little bit with you. Could you just share a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you made your way into the travel industry?
Yeah. So I literally grew up as a fisherman from a young age. And I had been a fisherman until 2018. That's when I decided to found Reykjavik Outventures. Um, there was always something in me that pulled me out from this job. I wanted to just explore other things, and I've always been a rebel. So I wanted to found my own business and not work for someone else. And Reykjavik Adventure was founded in April 2018, and the theme, or the business we are running today is completely different from the business that I had at first. At first, I was gonna take tourists on a treasure hunt, uh, and that didn't go well. So I had to change the business completely, and and we just went more into these regular tours, but with a different theme than everyone else were doing. So we wanted to have uh, like some food experiences in everything we did. And then COVID came 2 years later, and during COVID, I had a lot of time to think, and I saw a lot of gaps in the market. Um, I wanted to go more into this luxury style traveling, and I saw that all of the companies that were offering these luxury services, they were just average, and I wanted to change that. I wanted to raise the standard of quality, and that's what we have been doing in the past year or so. Um, just raising the level of quality in service and in the tours. And yeah, so this is what Reykjavik Outventure is doing today, just creating high quality tours.
I love that. And that's the experience that we always want for our clients. We want high quality, authentic, and memorable experiences for
Yeah,
our clients. And it sounds like we're sure on the same page with
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
Uh, Johan, I think that probably a lot of our listeners don't have a lot of familiarity with Iceland. Just where is it located, and what's the best way for travelers to get there? Is it challenging to get to Reykjavik?
Um, from America, it's not challenging, especially if you're on the East Coast. From there, we have direct flights from New York, Boston, um, and other cities a little bit souther. We also have direct flights to Seattle and Baltimore, I think, and uh, and other cities, and I think Miami as well.
Okay.
Um, and so yeah, it's not difficult. The maximum need to take one extra flight, es- especially if they're on the southwest coast of US.
Okay, excellent. And you kind of touched a little bit on the climate in Iceland. Does the name say it all, or is there a good bit of seasonal variation? And when's the best time for people to plan for a visit?
Um, Iceland is very extreme. There are a lot of contrasts here, and you can experience all type of weather in one day. You can, I've woken up 8 o'clock in the morning, and everything is covered with snow, and then 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all snow gone and just sunshine. Um, and I've been in parts of Reykjavik where it's heavy snowstorm, and then in other part of Reykjavik it's just sun. So this is Iceland, uh,
Okay, very
and
good. So travelers kind of need to be prepared for
every,
some changes,
yeah,
dress in layers, that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And
Okay.
the best time to visit Iceland, it depends on how you want to experience Iceland. If you want to come when it's not cold and a little bit warm, maybe 15 to 20 degrees, then June, July, August, even September.
Hmm.
Um, if you want to come and experience a summer month, but also see the Northern Lights, then September is the ideal month. If you want to see Iceland in the winter clothes, then March or February, March,
Okay.
uh, the best months to see Iceland. Then you see everything, covered with ice. You see the Northern Lights. You can visit crystal blue ice caves. If you want to experience extreme weather conditions, then come in January. If
Wow.
you're a thrill seeker for that, then come in
Okay.
January.
So uh, travelers are looking for different things, different experiences. So it's a
Mhm.
year-round destination available depending on what people are looking for. Probably the most popular time to come, though, I'm guessing, is the summer months from
Yeah,
the average traveler, right?
yeah, definitely. And Christmas as well. Christmas is
Ah,
like it's as busy as July and August for us.
wow.
Um, and because Christmas in Iceland is a unique thing, um, and especially New Year's Eve. I think no other country celebrates New Year's Eve like we do. So everyone in Iceland, all the locals, they can go and buy as much of fireworks as they want, huge bombs,
Wow.
and they can be firing it up all night for days. And it's like you're in the middle of a war zone. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Wow. So just to put it with the climate and everything, uh, just why would you say we've got an entire globe to explore out there? Why would you say, if for our viewers, why or why is Iceland so popular now? Why should people have it near the top of their bucket list, in your opinion?
Iceland is so popular now for few reasons. The volcano eruption in 2010 put us on the map,
Okay.
um, and the world started noticing Iceland. Um, and probably the reason why people still come here, although there are no active volcanoes, is because we have a unique nature which they can't find anywhere else in the world. And we have so much of untouched nature uh, and so many contrasts. We have the lava, black lava, and then the white glaciers. We have volcano eruptions happening underneath glaciers. We have, apologies, we have the winter, all of the snow, and then people can bathe in hot springs. And we have black craters with a little bit of red soil in it and green moss. And, seeing all of this is just unreal and something you can't see anywhere else in the world.
Wow. Uh, Now, is there anything that you think, as you see dozens and dozens of travelers over the course of a year, is there anything that you find that consistently surprises the visitors to Iceland that they just didn't expect?
Um, yes, I think we get a lot of wow moments from them. For example, when they visit ice caves or see the northern lights, it's way better than they ever thought. Um, so yeah, we get a lot of wow moments with the tourists. So they see all of these photos, but when they come here and see it with naked eye, it's just
Takes
way,
their breath.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Johan, let's switch over now. I want to talk a bit about your tour company, particularly Reykjavik Outventure. Uh, you gave us a little bit of information that you try to provide an upscale more luxurious experience
Mhm.
than most of the other providers out there. But what kind of experience do you offer? Do you have small groups, or do you have private? What do you actually provide for your clients?
So we have both private tours and small group tours. We also have semi-private tours
Okay.
where there are maybe 8 to 10 people maximum in the group. Um, and yeah, so this is what we are focusing on, and we price our tours a little bit higher than others. That's only because we have um, some of the best guides in Iceland in our team, and it's the guides that create a, an exceptional experience for travelers. They can make um, an okay experience being exceptional, and this is what we have been aiming for. That travelers, they come on our trips and they go back home and speak about how fantastic their trip was. They had their time of their life. That this was the best tour that they have ever taken. This is what we want to create.
That and Johan, I find that that is so often the case, that the guide actually makes the experience for people. When you have a really engaged and knowledgeable person leading your tour,
Yeah.
that makes all the difference in the world. Uh, you know, it's the guides engagement and knowledge that just brings everything together. From my experience with our, that's just something that makes all the difference in the world. I've picked out just three of your tours, just kind of random because they appealed to me, that I thought our listeners might like to hear a little bit about. The first one I picked out, what can you tell us about your elite golden circle with that includes the lunch and the geothermal sea baths? What
Yeah.
can you tell us about that one?
So we started this tour late last year, and the Golden Circle is the most popular tour in Iceland. Um, and what we did, we added a stop at a dairy farm where our guests have a food experience and they taste homemade products from this farm. And one of the owners, they come and hold a presentation for the group, and they learn a lot about the history of Icelandic food culture, how we survived for centuries when we settled here, and then they get a full meal there, and then they end the trip, this tour, in Kvamsvik, which
I've
is,
just pulled a few pictures here. I'm going to just show them as you're talking. That these are some pictures from that tour that I pulled off your website.
yeah, these are the geothermal sea baths, and these sea baths were rated the number one best thing to do in the world in 2023 by
Wow.
Time Out magazine. And this is just a hot seawater coming straight from the ground. It's not heated up. It's just hot seawater coming from the ground, and people can bathe in it. And um, sometimes there comes a little bit of seaweed with it, and that's just, it makes the
That's
experience.
authentic.
Yeah, exactly. And they allow maximum 40 people in these baths, uh, compared to, for example, Blue Lagoon. They allow hundreds of people at once. And this is just, so the picture we're looking at there, these are only two like baths out of, they have like seven hot tubs. So these are just two of seven. Um, and the experience is just so genuine, and you're bathing next to the North Atlantic Ocean, and the view you get there is just fantastic.
Yeah, amazing. So,
So yeah,
uh,
this is just a unique experience, and no other company is doing the Golden Circle with the Kvamsvik baths.
okay. And this is one of your geysers.
Yeah, this is the one and only. So all the geysers in the world are named after the one in Iceland. So this phenomena, a geyser, comes from the one in Iceland.
Amazing. And this would be an image from that farmhouse visit,
Yeah, yeah,
the the authentic Icelandic lunch that you enjoy during that.
yeah. There they get a beef meat soup. So
Okay.
yeah,
Uh, and then I've got and I hope I don't slaughter this, I probably will, the Snafflesness Peninsula and
yeah,
Glacier View is
yeah.
another one I picked up.
Hmm. So there, Snæfellsnes Peninsula has always been on top three favorite tours in Iceland, because there's just something about it. There's this glacier that's on Snæfellsnes Peninsula is one of the seven centers of the Earth, and these centers of the Earth are, they are located all over the world, and they're supposed to have some energy, and you can, at least me, I can feel some different energy when I go to Snæfellsnes Peninsula, and I just it's like I'm at complete peace when I'm there, uh, and the nature there is just, you have a fantastic nature view the whole time.
Excellent. And I thought this was just a stunning image here. The Black Church.
Yeah,
So excellent. You know, and I feel we can't talk about Iceland without touching on the Northern Lights. I mean, they're infamous for that destination. You have an exclusive Northern Lights that includes professional photos and a home cooked meal. Tell us a little bit. I was intrigued by that one.
yeah. So we wanted to create a product where, so our Northern Lights tour is the highest rated Northern Lights tour in Iceland, and this is the most difficult tour to operate of all of them in Iceland. That's because there are so high expectations for Northern Lights. People come here to see the Northern Lights. Everything else is just extra. Seeing a geyser or a waterfall, that's just a bonus. People come here for this, and this is the greatest nature phenomena there is. And it's very difficult to control these expectations. But when you have guides of our caliber, it makes it just easy because they're just great at what they do. And I wanted to create this exclusive Northern Lights tour where they will get winter jumpsuit so they don't get cold. They get a chair to sit in and enjoy the Northern Lights. And we have professional camera to capture the Northern Lights, and we capture the Northern Lights with people on the photo, and they can have unlimited amount of photos with the Northern Lights. Then we have
Outstanding.
home cooked meal, which is uh, lamb meat soup. And they will get that
And
along with,
that would be a warming experience because you're out there in the cool
yeah,
air. So that would be very, very
yeah.
just a very unique touch that you guys have added to that. Now, you've spoken about food experiences and things, and our viewers will know from me that this one's coming. But what about the food in Iceland? Is this a destination where foodies could expect to find a place? Is there a national dish that everyone should try?
Yeah, um, a national dish. Um, the national dish would probably be the lamb meat soup.
Okay,
Um, we have a lot of other dishes, but that would be the dish I recommend.
okay.
Then we have a lot of dishes that are like very old tradition, and people would probably not like them very much, like sheep head and sour ram testicles, or sheep head jelly, or fermented shark or something like that. But
So an adventure eater would find some options to try something really kind of off the grid there, right?
definitely, and I know all of this sounds disgusting, but it's not as bad as it sounds.
Okay. So Johan, this has been very enlightening. Who would you say, what would help our viewers identify themselves? Who do you think should have Iceland on their bucket list? Is it adventurers, cultural explorers, lifetime learners, armchair adventurers? Is there a place for them? Give us a little insight on that.
Everyone, it's for everyone, because we have a little bit of everything here. Um, if you're a cultural seeker, I recommend coming in December over the Christmas, because then they get a real taste of our unique culture, like over the New Year and Christmas. Um, we haven't like, what's the word I'm looking for, saved our culture enough.
Okay.
Um, so, but there are a lot of museums in Reykjavik, and you can get the most taste of our culture inside Reykjavik.
Okay.
And for adventure seekers, yeah, they can get that all over Iceland. Snowmobile, helicopter, skydiving, whatever.
Okay. And the armchair adventurers like me, the people who are a few years past our most adventurous pursuits, place for us in the Iceland touring.
Definitely, no doubt about that. And that's probably the biggest part of our clients. That's they're from 50 to 70, 80,
Okay.
and yeah, they don't need to go hiking in the mountains or skydiving. They can just do the regular sightseeing trips, go whale watching. Yeah.
Most excellent. Well, Johan, I so appreciate your taking the time to enlighten us on your company and uh, everything that you offer. We are so appreciative, and listeners, we are so glad that you're here and you can book Iceland, and we'll get you connected with Johan and his fabulous guides and get you that top notch experience for your Iceland exploration. Just reach out to me here at Dancing Moon Travel, and we are happy to help get you booked. Iceland, again, is easy to get to from the U.S. So much to see and do, whether you're an active adventurer, a foodie, or more like me, you're kind of an armchair adventurer these days. We would love to help you experience the beauty and culture and nature that you will find in this amazing, iconic destination, and go see for yourself why it is so popular today with today's travelers. Now,
Yeah.
as always, those of you who listen regularly, we always have a drawing. And I've got a set of, these are inspirational cards. They have motivational messages. It has 4 different topics: rest and balance, curiosity and joy, instant awareness, and kindness. So you have 4 different topics, and you can just pull one each day out of this dispenser box to kind of get your day started on the right foot, depending on which area you would like to focus on. So we're giving away this set of attitude of gratitude cards to inspire your day, and I just want you to type in the comment section, only if you're a live listener tonight, type Iceland adventure in the comments section right now, and I'll be pulling a name from among our live listeners this evening. Someone is going to win this set of inspirational cards. Thank you so much, Johan, again, and
Thanks
thank
for
you
having me.
everybody for joining us. We appreciate you so much. Tune in again. Make it a regular habit to join us on Let's Talk Travel
Yeah.
each Tuesday at 7:30. Good
Thank you.
night.